Hedgerow Theatre has its roots in the artisan craftsman movement at the turn of the last century, when William Price founded this movement dedicated to individual expression in contrast to the impersonal industrialization of society. Actor and director Jasper Dieter fell in love with the intimacy of the gristmill turned borough hall, the aesthetic appreciation of the community, and the opportunity to create a theater with an artistic rather than commercial center. Jasper Dieter foreshadowed the regional non-for-profit theater movement, established a racially integrated company of residents, local, and visiting artists, and maintained an identity for Hedgerow as a seminal theater for theater artists throughout the country, including Anne Harding, who worked with Hedgerow Theatre for more than 10 years and had a very successful career as a famous actress known all around the world.
Miss Janet Kelsey is my grandmother, and she's wonderful and lovely, and without her, over the years, none of this would be here. And both as a grandmother, but for Hedgerow, which is the nature of this, really without Janet, the number of times the place would have gone under is incalculable.
Janet Kelsey is my mom. She's fabulous, and it's because of her that I really came to try to save Hedgerow. 1985, there was an arson. Around 2 o'clock in the morning, the actors all went away, and sometime in the night, someone came into the theater and started a fire, which leveled the whole theater down to its stone walls. It destroyed much of the theater all the way to the front. It was just gutted. Now, in that time, Janet Kelsey, my mother, Susan Waitful, and just a few other people worked getting money, but also keeping the theater alive. And the community of Rose Valley raised money to help clear it and clean it up 5 years later, by 1990.
Hey lady, how are you?
I just finished
First person we're going to see has been with Hedgerow for 54 years. Janet, and over here in the Escher room, Dan also has been a Janet Kelsey. Dan also covers this beautiful, colorized frame that she can take home.
Well, Janet's sort of like a second mom to me. I've grown up with all of those Kelseys over the 38 years here.
She is funny and interesting and insightful, and she never stops striving for the next answer that she's looking for.
So what's an artistic director?
So, a person who solves problems. No, our artistic director is responsible for the programming at any theater, what plays we put on, who does them, who directs them, all of that sort of stuff. And very often, I will direct a few of the shows myself. Sometimes I write them. The one we're doing right now, The Mysterious Affair at Styles, I directed it. The next one we're doing, Servant of Two Masters, I'm acting in it. But ultimately my job is to make sure that there's one coherent programming vision going on at the theater.
Nick and Robert. Can everybody come here? Everybody here.
All right, everybody on stage, please. ever worked with a director that's as talented and as like, she's so cool because she knows what she wants, and it can be so abstract, but she finds a way to make it happen.
I've always been an actress who teaches or a teacher who acts. So theater and education and big people and little people is in the blood.
Aruka shot, aruka shot, aruka shot, shot. Nay, aruka shot, aruka shot, aruka shot, aruka shot. Hey, thumbs out, elbows back. Aruka shot, aruka shot, aruka shot, shot. Hey.
My outreach, really, I started a lot of outreach because that's very critical to me that all people get to experience theater arts, and especially children in this day and age where education has chosen to remove the arts from the school system. There's nothing like arts and theater arts to grow the mind.
Hi, my name is Corey Long, and I am the Director of Community Development here at the Unity Center. Hedgerow Theater is one of our community partners, and they've been with us for quite some time, approximately 4 to 5 years periodically, but they bring a dynamic to the kids here in Chester that we're not able to bring theatrical expertise. Also, it's a different dynamic. It gives the kids a chance to feel a different scenery within their own environment and community here.
We know that music is fabulous for the brain. We know that theater brings all the arts together. If you're a visual learner, you can learn also orally. And then they work in teams. Especially when you do theater, you need all kinds of skills and abilities. You know, somebody designing a set, there's somebody doing lights and sound. So it's to me the perfect place to grow a mind, to grow people. And so that's why outreach is so important, and we work with these incredible artists.
Hi, I'm Devin Walls, founder of the Artist Warehouse and MJ Free Performing Arts Theater here in downtown/Overtown Chester, PA. Some of the things that we do here is community events. We do some theater events. We do writers' workshops, acting classes, and we teach instruments here inside of the theater. A few of the ways that I collaborated with Hedgerow Theater in the past is I'm one of Hedgerow's actors. I was on stage for Don Quixote, and you know, I try to come out and help them with some of the set design and stuff like that. And we've just been trying to build a relationship with Hedgerow, doing events here in our theater and us doing stuff out there at Hedgerow as a collaboration.
Devin Walls is like the mover and shaker. He's this inspired Chester artist who has joined with other arts and arts organizations. To me, he's what Hedgerow, all of us have needed, someone that brings people together.
We had the Delaware County Arts Consortium meeting here in Chester, which was historic because it was the first time that a meeting like that has ever happened. And it was good to see all of the people who had stakes in the arts community here in Delaware County all at the same table. And we're looking forward to working with them and doing some collaborative ideas and working on things where we can go out to media Swarthmore and we can bring Swarthmore and media down to Chester, because when you're in the arts community, it's really only one community and a lot of us know each other. It's just we're at the point where it's time to do some work with each other right now.
Hopefully it'll be very successful and renovated. They've been working on that. Hopefully the house will be good and new for the new fellows who live there. And hopefully everyone will love it and come here and just have fun.
I think it's hard to project, but I just hope that it continues to grow. The growth that I saw in the 4+ years I've been here now is tremendous. And I just hope that we continue to grow the theater every day, and every year we see better things happening for the theater.
So it's been an interesting and a fun ride. We've had bad times here at Hedgerow, but we've all pulled together, pulled ourselves up, and said, we have to keep this place going, and we have for 93 years.
So I have no doubt that we are just going to keep moving on forward, the intrepid little engine that could, that is Hedgerow Theatre.
In 10 years, we're going to be 103, so we will have reached our centennial celebration. We'll be continuing to make art in Rose Valley and being the arts and craftsmen of the arts and crafts community here. And we'll be on a whole new set of adventures.
I think in 10 or 20 years, I think we will, right now we are this resident theater, and by that we have actual actors living at the house up the hill that we have, and also actors that we use time and again in the community. What I think will be in 10 to 20 years is a theater where that group solidifies into a time, and we will make plays for that group during that time.
And I think what we have, because we're in the middle of nature, big trees, little trees, and all of that, this idea of creating theater, I think that's what we're going to see more of. We're going to make plays here. It's always been about young people giving informed help and wise elders helping. But that energy to ask what theater can be today, not a museum, but how can it feed the people? How can it help people today?